And one of those two has already dropped a tournament to Austin. And the other one we have yet to see challenge the man himself.
The other one dropped a tournament, a big tournament, to Lima, who's sitting down in front of us, Evo.
Yeah, I was about to say that big tournament is in fact the biggest Smash 4 tournament we ever darn saw, Evo 2018, where it ended between Lima and Captain Zack. And yeah, Lima right here looking for a return to his former glory here in Winners Semifinals, going up against Grayson, who, honestly, at this point, I'm not even surprised to see him in Winners Semis. He's been really doing some good stuff against people.
Tearing through cheeks to get here and almost getting the KO off those rotor arms.
Boy, is arm rotor a good move in this game, dude.
It really is.
It was borderline worthless in Smash 4.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I would say. I'd say if my opponent, being a Rob, used that move in Smash 4, it was a misinput, and I got a free kill.
Yes, it was, but not the case here. Perfectly potent kill move. It's just a matter of...
Oh, wow. I'm surprised at how little lag Lima had after all of that interaction. I wonder if the wall jump kind of refreshed the things for that.
You know, I'd have to wonder that, too. Maybe it's time to hit the lap tonight.
They're not going to quite find the timing. Lima didn't bounce off the edge there. Good spacing. That forward smash. Not going to take it because Rob is heavy boy, and that was good DI from Grayson.
Rob chunky, but directional air dodge also chunky, and that will send you plummeting to the bottom blast zone. Unfortunate there for Grayson, but as he comes back on stage, he has a chance to make that up against Lima once he's done doing Lima things. Because typical Lima things, man, we've talked about it. We typically see crazy offense from Lima putting on 52% often, but you know, it's the offense that we know him for. Sometimes the defense does fall through and Grayson is able to get in on him like we saw, but you know, Angel platform right back to it.
Right at 100% and climbing. Lima is still in control of the game, but Grayson trying to bring it back with some patient play, sitting behind, either setting up zone with the gyro or waiting, reacting to these over-aggressive options like that down air.
Yeah, perfect timing right there, man. You are an oracle sometimes. I got to give it to you.
I mean, Oracle did play Rob. So we got Grayson on his last stock now, 0%. What a parry, but no punish in time. Rob doesn't have the fastest button, so that back air not going to come out quickly enough. Maybe a down smash could have done it.
I think that back air was certainly more of a read than it was an actual proper attempt at a punish. And boy, Grayson is going for some reads right here, and Lima's giving him nothing.
Can we talk about Lima's reads on Grayson's defensive options? Waiting out his timing on the platform to call him out with a jump, waiting and calling out Grayson's double jump with the other up air. Lima is looking prime and poised to take this game if Grayson doesn't find an answer quickly.
Dude, and the answer has got to come on the defensive side. Grayson's offense has been just fine when he gets the chance, but Lima has not only been a can opener, he would get into Ripley's, believe it or not, for how quickly he can open those cans.
Nope. Trying to play with the gyro on the other side, not going to get him too much. These guns, there's not much that he can do about it. Nice angling of the shield for Grayson.
A lot of people take shield angling for granted. They think it's something that you don't necessarily need to learn, but at this level, against a guy like Lima, you do got to. Grayson's got to dig a little bit deeper and up throw. Great start.
We go sitting at 128%, though it might be too little too late. But I've definitely seen Grayson pull comebacks like this before. Of course, we all know the famous Rob 0 to death.
Yes.
Where he trains you off the side of the stage with that gyro forward air string.
Running out of chances to land it, man.
The very corner of the screen. Phenomenal DI. What aggressive edge guarding from Lima, and that was very potentially untechable. I couldn't quite see the splash effects there.
I think I saw green, but honestly, does it matter when you're underneath Pokemon Stadium? That looked like a Brawl TAS video.
Right, absolutely. Definitely puts you in a situation where, at the very least, that's a hard detectable.
Yes, a hard to techable.
And that's what we call the not quite true unblockables in DBFZ. Those are hard to blockables.
Hard to blockables. Yeah, that was certainly the Smash equivalent right there. But man, I'm gonna give some credit there to Grayson. I think he intentionally went under Pokemon Stadium 2 to try to get Lima to chase him so deep, because again, we talked about how he opens the can and then crushes it like a water bottle. Shout out to Chase running the stream right now. That I think that he was trying to bait Lima into burning too many resources underneath the stage and then dying for it, and then he would be fine and win the game. Because I think that's a last ditch, this is how I win the game effort. So props to him. Got another chance to win it legitimately, though.
Here we go. We're going to see how well he does adjusting game 2 on Battlefield. I'm wondering, a lot of the time that projectile centers pick Battlefield is because it kind of gives them the illusion of movement on these platforms, and they're able to cover so much space and zone with it. But Rob doesn't quite get that as much as the others, so I'm wondering what Grayson's reasoning is for the stage, how it benefits Rob. Something I'll have to learn as we move on, but I know how well it benefits Lima and Bayonetta being able to convert further on those platforms, as well as different avenues, you know, to get little enders early, to go for much bigger extensions later on.
And of course to refresh your resources if you really want to get spicy with it. And boy, Lima's known for getting spicy, but so too is Grayson, getting a little bit too much cayenne on that meal though. Did
you see the look on Grayson's face when he said, all right, I got the jab lock, I got the arm rotor, and you're kidding me. In the middle of my move, you have bat withined out of it and killed me for it. That's crazy.
Shoutouts to Shulk with the shield Monado art as well.
Right? At least there was a lot more technicality to that move. To that scenario where you got to go for the dial storage. No dial storage here. Just mash that R button. Bayonetta still skirting disadvantage in places where other characters might not quite be able to.
Wow, Lima did not get sent downwards. That is unfortunate for Grayson, who is still trying to figure out a way to take this first stock here on Battlefield, and eventually does so on that top platform, catches Lima getting aggressive, and I think that that may be what he was thinking for this stage. You were saying, you know, as the set goes on, we got to figure it out, and I'm seeing that Grayson is punishing Lima for getting very aggressive on covering these platforms, but I mean, when push comes to shove, Bayonetta just gets so much more off of those platforms. Right, and they're punishing Grayson for getting too aggressive with the neutral air. Coming out with the Witch Time, gets that nice punish, but Grayson finally stacking on some decent percent to Lima. Could put him into the hundreds. So I want to ask you for your opinion on something. Grayson threw Lima off stage and then ran to the other side of the stage to pick up his gyro, and that gave Lima a free ability to come back to the stage. Was that the right idea for Grayson? Just be honest. I mean, if he thought he could set up a ledge trap, because normally Bayo takes a long time to recover, it's potentially good to set up that top, but I think Lima recognized the situation smartly and decided to not waste his time recovering. Where Bayo kind of does have the option of, am I going to stall my recovery or am I going to quickly? I mean, not even kind of. For sure she has that option. Grayson has no option but to find a way to take this stock at 148. Doesn't need anything super fancy to get the job done, but the first thing he needs to do is land. There we go. Okay. All that Lima had left in the tank was the air dodge to make it back to the stage, and he didn't want to air dodge straight towards it in case he didn't quite have the distance, so he wanted to go up. And there, Grayson recognized the situation, went for the nair to punish it afterwards, and was able to take the stock. Grayson is nearly out of resources. You can see that he is using the back air to come back to stage, but boy, does Lima want to kill him. Up throw to set up at the forward on the platform, not quite. Double up tilts is going to get punished, and that back air was enough cross stage. I wonder if Grayson was DIing the wrong way. It's also possible that the Witch Time just messed up our perspective of what could get the job done there, because that really looked like, that ended up looking like Smash 4 the way he flew up the stage.